For the last month, I have studied Dr. John Gottman and his research into relationships. Dr. Gottman has studied for over 40 years and looked at thousands of different couples in different stages of relationships. He has published and been the author or co-author on over 40 books and 200 academic papers. He has even said that he can predict with 90% accuracy whether or not a couple will be divorced within just 15 minutes of meeting them. His awards are extensive. Posted on the Gottman Institute website, it states that he has won 4 National Institute of Mental Health Research Scientist Awards, the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy Distinguished Research Scientist Award, the American Family Therapy Award for Most Distinguished Family Contributor to Family Systems Research, the American Psychological Association Division of Family Psychology, the Presidential Citation for Outstanding Lifetime Research Contribution, the National Council of Family Relations, and the 1994 Burgess Award for Outstanding Career in Theory and Research. Through all those works, Gottman has come out and said that his most fulfilling and satisfying work is that which he did with his wife Julie Gottman on the Sound Relationship House. The Relationship House is his most satisfying work because, as he quotes, he's quoted as saying, "It provides couples with scientifically proven tools to strengthen and divorce-proof their marriage." Step 1 in the 7-step process to a sound relationship house is to build love maps. Love maps is all about learning as much about your partner as possible, from little things such as what their favorite places to eat or what type of movies they like, to bigger things such as their biggest stresses in life and what their ultimate goals are and what they would like to do. Gottman is quoted in his article Love Maps that knowing your partner not only deepens your bond, but also prepares you better for stressful events and conflict. His second step to a sound relationship house is building fondness and admiration. The early stages of a relationship are called limerence. Zach Brittle, who is a licensed mental health counselor and certified Gottman therapist in Seattle, Washington, specializing in couples therapy, describes limerence as the early stages of a romantic relationship, or the honeymoon phase. Limerence is the easy and involuntary part of love. Traits for this are strong sexual attraction to your partner and hope. That hope is not only for what the relationship is, but what it has the potential to become in the future. As stated previously, the first step towards marital stability in a sound relationship is building a love map with your partner. This extensive Gottman research shows that couples who are emotionally intelligent and intimately familiar with each other's worlds have longer lasting and more fulfilling relationships. Gottman describes this with a term called a richly detailed love map. It's pretty simple. The more you know about your partner, the better you can react to your partner and the better they can react to you, and the more comfortable and sound your relationship is. Building love maps is also very important because a friendship needs to be established. This is not just a platonic friendship, but a deep, intimate friendship that you share with your partner. That way, it's not just that they're your girlfriend, they're your boyfriend, they're your spouse, they're also a friend of yours. That in turn makes the relationship stronger and makes both parties and the couple want to hold on to it better. So, per the Gottman Institute's research in the article Love Maps, the research shows that 70% of couples believe the determining factor in whether husbands and wives feel satisfied with the sex, romance, and passion is the quality of the couple's friendship. Friendship helps couples out in conflict. When you know your partner's stresses, you can help them navigate through those stresses or even avoid them altogether. This leads us to the question game. Click slide. Gottman created this game and put it in his article Love Maps. In this game there are 60 questions. Each person in the couple chooses 20 numbers ranging from 1 to 60. Each number is linked to a question that you will ask. Example questions are, what is my favorite color? What is my favorite food? Or what is my biggest life fear? Every question that you answer right about your partner, you get 1 point. At the end of those 20 questions, the person who has the most points is deemed the winner of the game. This game helps to strengthen relationships as you learn more about couples and can be played anytime. My wife and I have been together for almost 10 years, and we played it while I was doing research for this article, and without even realizing it, it absolutely helped us. We were laughing, we were talking about good times past, and generally enjoying ourselves, and it took a good hour or two between all the reminiscing that we did, and we absolutely felt closer once the game was over. So with that instantaneous benefit, it can only go to show that the benefits of this game long term are amplified even more. The second level to Gottman's sound relationship house is to share fondness and admiration. In another article by Zach Brittle, Sharing Fondness and Admiration, he says that the second level of the sound relationship house represents the foundation for the protection of that relationship. So the honeymoon phase or limerence that I spoke of earlier lasts on average in most couples for about 2 years. Once that ends, the relationship blinders are removed and people start to see the relationship for what it is. Previous warning signs about certain traits about your partner that didn't seem like a very big deal all of a sudden become a huge problem once limerence is over. Romantic attraction is no longer the driving force of a relationship. It should still exist, it should still be there, but it's not the primary reason why a couple's in that relationship. Fondness is very important to have, but even more important to display. Fondness leads to appreciation. To help with this, Gottman created an exercise called I Appreciate in his book, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. In this exercise, there are a list of positive adjectives such as loving, graceful, and strong. In the game, you say a positive trait that you appreciate about your partner, then you give an example of a time that they had shown that trait. So it's not just, I love you because you're generous, it's I love you because you're generous, and you showed it that one time that you gave a homeless person money on the street. So that way it just adds another level and helps to further strengthen that fondness that you have for your partner. In step 1, we spoke about building the love maps, which is getting to know your partner, getting to understand their world in and out, and having a really deep, intimate knowledge over the person who you're going to be dating. In step 2, we talk about building the shared fondness and admiration, which is pretty self-explanatory. You need to be fond of and admire the person whom you're dating, which will also bring you closer together. Both of these steps are something that are important and need to be worked on constantly, whether you've been in a relationship for 2 weeks, whether you've been in a relationship for 20 years. These can always be worked on and always be improved upon, and you'll feel the strength of your relationship get stronger.